Hello, I just want to make a little video about immigration and living standards. First of all, living standards vary by culture. Different peoples have different living standards or different ways of living anyway. Um, and if different groups of people start to live together, they might affect each other in a way that's unfair for some of them. It might be fortunate for some, but it'll be unfair, could be unfair for others. Say, for example, you have two groups of people who have naturally different living standards or different ways of living, who suddenly start to live together. For example, white people and black people. Black people generally tend to prefer to live like white people, but for white people, living with black people can mean that they end up worse off. For example, black people might be willing to take lower wages than white people, and the result of that is that they get jobs that would otherwise have gone to white people, so white people end up with nothing. That's an improvement in living standards for black people, but it's damaging for white people. Now, the thing is that with regard to white people, when they have a low standard of living, it's unnatural to them, because they're capable of doing well, basically, especially when there's an even playing field and they've had a good head start in life anyway, because they're capable people. And I'm not saying black people aren't capable, but they live differently by nature to white people. And white people generally don't want to live the way black people naturally live any more than black people do. White people's ways of living seem to be the preferred way for both black people and white people. But white people, when they don't get the jobs that they would otherwise get in their own communities and with their own people, suffer as a result. And because it's unnatural for them to have a low standard of living, or a standard of living that is not, well, a white standard of living on an even playing field for white people in white groups only, which is something they're capable of achieving in such conditions, then they are living below what for them is a natural standard, and that makes them suffer. It's not fair that people should suffer so that somebody else can benefit from living with them, when it's not it's not something they're willing to put up with. What it amounts to is slavery. We all know slavery is wrong. It's wrong to enslave anyone, and that would include white people, so or Europeans or English people with regard to EU immigration. It's not just a matter of culture, it's a matter of living standards generally as well, because English people generally, being an inventive sort of people, are usually able to have a good standard of living, and it's our nature. To rob us of that by any means is dishonest and a form of assault, because it causes suffering, and when you cause suffering to someone, that's a form of assault. Believe it or not, it's true, even with something like hunger. If prisoners go hungry, that's assault, and they can prosecute for assault. They can sue for assault. So I really think that if white people or English people want to keep their communities closed and not have other groups living with them, then that's their choice as free people who want that. I'm not against helping people. I'm willing to help people and happy to help people, but I don't want to suffer for them, certainly not very much, and certainly not as their right, as something they have a right to expect of me. That puts me in a very unfavorable position and an abused position, and I'm not happy with it, and I don't want that. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.